Hello everybody, I am so glad to visit with you today. This is Pastor David, and we are coming to you from the Community Church right here in Mount Pleasant. And just a great opportunity for us to visit with you, come into your home or your office or wherever you are there, and just great to be able to come see you this morning. And I hope you have a great day. We're working our way through April. It's hard to believe this is Wednesday the 11th. And just amazing how time flies. And we got some neat things coming up. I'll mention a couple of them to you and then have a devotional thought for us today. Let's just look back a little bit about last weekend. It was an amazing weekend for our church, as always, and we had a great day Sunday in church. We had a really sweet prayer time together, and we looked at our third sermon in the book of Samuel, and we learned a little bit from the life of Samuel, and this week we're excited. This is sermon number 4, so we'll wrap up our series on the life of Samuel, and we will see. We'll learn lessons from a king, life lessons from a king, King Saul, who is now taken over as the king of Israel. Israel wanted a king. They wanted to be like everybody else, all the other nations, and they'd never had a king before because their king was God. And God wanted Israel, his nation, to be different and not have an earthly king, but they wanted a king. So God surprised Samuel. God said, okay, Samuel, you listen to the people. You give them what they want. If they want a man to be over them, then you give them one. You pick one. And he picked Saul. God brought Saul into the picture. And anyway, this Sunday we will have sermon number 4. And we'll talk about some tests. Saul faced some tests, and we'll look at how he handles some different tests, and we'll talk about maybe how that can apply to some of our lives and how we handle some of the tests that God allows to come into our life and some of the decisions that we make. Decisions are really important. So can't wait till this Sunday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Some neat things coming up. I know that this Saturday is a really big day. I'm really thankful that our church is concerned about the whole person, the mind, the body, the soul, the holistic person as followers of Christ. And this Saturday our church is hosting the mental health first aid class. Debbie Thomas heads up that ministry, and I hope you have committed yourself to come Saturday to that. And you know, we've seen some videos and heard some testimonies in our church about the significance, the importance of mental health. And as a church, I'm glad to be able to support us as individuals as we're able to help and work through things together sometimes. And so we're excited about that. Now, I really want to focus on on the 21st of April. We talked a little bit about Sunday. The 21st of April is a very, very important day for our church. It's our birthday celebration. Now, our birthday actually would have been about last Sunday. That would have been our 3rd year as we actually opened our church. But we're going to celebrate it the 21st, which is 1 week from this coming Saturday. And we're going to be at our new property at the mill. And there's just this real strategic purpose for our birthday party. Several purposes, actually. One is that we want to have a party for our people, for our church. We're 3 years old and we want to come together. And it will be a party. There will be food. There will be music, there will be fun, there will be games, there will be inflatables. And one really neat thing that we kind of stumbled on as we were planning this event, we're going to have a bike stunt show, a presentation, and it's going to be very entertaining. And this individual comes and he does tricks and rides and stunts, and it's going to be real exciting. So I want you to invite everybody to come and see this bike show. But the thing I love about it is in his presentation, he presents Jesus Christ. He presents the gospel. And so I want us to come, but I really want to invite people that maybe need to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ. They want to come and have fun and have food and families, and perhaps they don't go to church. And I want them to hear and see this show and hear the gospel will be presented and hear about Jesus Christ and how Jesus can change your life. And another reason I think I want everybody to come Saturday, the 21st, is to let our community, Mount Pleasant, know about our new location. We're going to kind of take over the old mill there on Tuscarora, East Franklin Street, and we'll be very visible. It'll be a lot of people driving by and the streets all around and surrounding areas. And so there'll be noise. We'll be outside, weather permitting, and it's going to be a chance for people to say, wow, something's going on over at the mill. And they'll say, yeah, we're coming. The Community Church of Mount Pleasant, we're going to move here soon, and we want you to know we're here. We want you to come and visit with us as a church. And this is an opportunity for us to say to the community of Mount Pleasant, welcome to our new place. Welcome to our new home. You are welcome here. We love you, and we are here to serve our community. And so there's a lot of reasons for us to have this event on April 21st. Happy birthday, CCMP. You're 3 years old. We're celebrating, and I want you to come, and I want you to invite other people to come with you. So just really excited about that. There'll be a lot of other things going on, a lot of cool things, but let me turn now to the book of Ephesians, and I've been thinking the last few weeks. You know, this church, it's just been so much fun and just reinvigorating and restoring. God has brought us together as a family, and He's really building and bringing life back into many of our lives. But along the way, you know, it's not all fun. It's work. And there's hard decisions that have to be made. And to be honest with you, the Christian life is a battle. In fact, Paul said it's a war. We read several things about in the book of James about, you know what, it's not going to be easy if you cross that line and say, I'm going to follow Christ. I'm going to serve Christ, follow Him, and we're going to be a force for Jesus Christ. Well, if we choose to do that, and we should, I hope you have, and you put that jersey on and say, I am a Christian, I'm a Christ follower, and I'm in the battle, then I want you to know that it's not going to be easy. There will be challenges. It is a war. If we as a church have chosen to make an impact on this community, the community of Mount Pleasant, and we've seen God do some miracles. God is changing lives here, and He's making an impact on this community. And if that begins to happen, then I promise you the enemy will take notice. So Ephesians chapter 6. Let me read you verses 10 through 18 today, and I want to just kind of break it down as it really falls out before us almost in an outline form. And so I want you to see, first of all, verse 10, I want you to think about being a warrior. You're a soldier. We're in a war. We're in a battle. The first thing you need to know about verse 10 is in this battle, we need power. As a warrior, as a soldier of Jesus Christ in the war, in the battle, we need power. Verse 10, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. We need the power, the resurrection power of God for this battle. Our church needs to be strong. We need the power. By the way, the same power as we sing, the same power that was allowed Jesus Christ to be raised from the dead is in you. The same power. If you're a soldier, you need power. So number one, you see the power of the soldier. Verse 11, you see, put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. We need protection. We need power and we need protection. As a soldier, you need an armor. You need a uniform. You need, if you play sports, you need pads. You need, if you're in a battle, we need power and we need protection. Now, let me come back to that. We'll read the specific armor. We'll read about that in a minute. So, we need power, we need protection, and number 3, we see in verse 12, a soldier will experience pain. So we need power, we need protection, and as a soldier, we're going to experience pain. Look at verse 12. Here's where it comes. It comes through our opposition. It comes through our enemy. It comes from our foes that we face every day. Here's verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. We're not just wrestling against other human beings. but against principalities and powers and against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. We are in a battle. When lives begin to start to become changed and people follow Christ and the neighborhood and the community begins to be affected in a positive way, the enemy becomes aware of that. And our enemy brings to us pain. And it's very real. Sometimes it's a mental and emotional oppression. Sometimes it becomes physical and we face sickness. Sometimes it's financial. Trust me, if you follow Christ, you're going to suffer some pain. So, number one, we see the power that we need. Number two, we see the protection, which is armor. Number three, we see the pain that we're going to face. Now, let me go back to the protection. Let me read this, verse 13 through 17. Here's the protection that you need as a soldier. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, so that you may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth. You need truth, your armor. You need honesty and truth. Having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith. Faith. Man, we need faith. We need honesty. We need truth. We need the word. We need power. Taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. And in verse 17 says this: take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. This is our armor. This is our protection. A good soldier needs protection. So, verse 10, we need power. Verse 11, we need armor. We need protection. Number 3, we're going to suffer pain. And then the last thing I want to give you that a soldier needs, a warrior, is in verse 18. Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. So we need power, we need protection, we need to face pain, and number 4, we need prayer. We need prayer. Praying always with all prayer and supplication. How's your prayer life? How much time do you spend with the Lord? That's where do you have a room? Do you have a place that you can go in and talk to the Lord and pray and pour out your heart? If you're a good soldier, we're going to need it. We're going to need to pray. So, we're in a battle. We're warriors. We're soldiers. We need power. We need protection. We'll suffer pain. And we need prayer. Can I encourage you today? God has called us to be in the battle. And He has given us all of the resources that we need to face the battles of this day, the challenges of this day. Our church, if we're going to have an impact in the community, it's a war. It's battle. So I want to encourage you to be ready. Let's tighten up our belt and let's spend some time in prayer, be in the Word, come together, support each other, and I hope I will be able to see you this Sunday. And I'm thankful for the opportunity to share with you. We love you. God bless you, and I hope you have a great Wednesday.